On the Tinker Time now to get growing with Hy-Vee and Jerry Kluver. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, Amanda, and good morning, everyone out there. Merry Christmas to you all. And if you look outside, it's looking like a different change in the landscape.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
No doubt about it.
Well, we can do some stuff indoors, can't we?
We sure can. Let's get these emails.
All right. Richard from Corridon says, I transplanted 2 portions of a lilac to my new home 4 years ago, and they have never bloomed. During the spring and summer, they look healthy and have nice green leaves. For approximately half of the day, they're in the sun. When they were in my former location, they were almost in complete shade. What is the problem?
Well, I've heard that story before, and that's nothing unrealistic about that. I know he's discouraged because they haven't bloomed. I would recommend come spring transplant those to a full sunny area. Hopefully they haven't been cut back because that's going to deter the blooming next year. Cutting back a lilac has got to happen the weekend of Memorial Weekend, and you got about 10 days, 2 weeks to do it. But get it in full sun, use a high phosphoric type fertilizer, or get your bone meal out. I have bloomed a lot of lilacs off of organic bone meal. So that's his instructions.
All right, sounds good. Shelley from Urbandale says, I planted 12 rose bushes this summer. How do I prepare them for winter? Do I have to cover them? How far do I trim them down?
Well, Shelley, if they're the knockout roses or what we call a shrub rose, obviously you could tie those canes up, and even with the weather we're having yet, preparing for winter is done a lot here in December. Even if you look out there today, you can tie the roses up with some string and maybe cut them halfway back, no further, and then you're going to maybe cover them with some leaves, or there's some real dry topsoil out there available on the market. Pour that around them to keep that freezing from thawing. And of course the hybrid teas and grandiflors and climbers, they need a little more warmth, like with more soil and more coverage.
All right.
Yes.
Neil from Hampton wants to know, can I trim 2-year-old Concord grapes now?
Well, sure you can. You can go to your extension office, and of course I've got some information here live that you can trim, but don't trim any more than you got. A grapevine has what you call a node, and you have to leave 10 of those so they can bloom and produce next spring, or summer, on those grapevines. But you can wait even till February. That is the month to do it, in the month of February, like when the raspberries get pruned back. But if you've already trimmed them, don't worry about it. You're going to be fine.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jerry.
You bet.
Appreciate it. I guess we have time for one more. Don in Des Moines says, can I put ashes from my fireplace in the compost pile that I put on my garden every fall? I burn mostly oak wood.
We as a family burnt firewood before, and that creates a lot of ashes. And you can put a little bit in the compost bin. You can put also some on the garden, but don't overdo it. All it's going to do is amend the soil, which is fine.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jerry. If you have any gardening or growing questions, just drop Jerry an email. Go to Hy-Vee.com and click on the Get Growing logo, and he'll be back next week to answer more of our questions.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thanks a lot, Jerry. Well, Central Iowa looking at a blizzard warning this afternoon. That means driving